What's going on, everyone? It's time for day 3 of Aftershock. Review of day 3 of Aftershock. It was on October 8th, 2022. So let's talk about them. I saw pretty much a little bit of every band, so I'm going to give you my opinions on them right now. So let's get to it. First band of the day was As You Were. They're a rock band from the US. They were okay. They're a pretty standard rock band, just having fun. And yeah, they're pretty good. So yeah, I'll give them like a 2.5 out of 5. Eve Under Fire was the first band on like one of the main stages. She's a rock music artist from somewhere in the US. She actually had some pretty good songs, and they're pretty good songwriters, some pretty catchy licks and everything. So I was pretty impressed with that. Maybe needed a little more time to get the ball rolling, but overall, she was still a pretty good act. So I'll give her a 3 out of 5. Next was a pop punk band called Crooked Teeth from somewhere in California, and they were amusing. I'm not huge into pop punk, but yeah, they were okay. Sound pretty standard though for pop punk and that, but they're still starting out. So yeah, give them like a 2.5 out of 5. There's a band called chick called Lilith Czar on the main stage. She's like a rock girl from the U.S., somewhere in the U.S. She was interesting. She had a unique style, and it looked pretty. She was okay, but it definitely wasn't really my thing. It was kind of a little odd and hokey for me. But yeah, I thought she was okay though. So for like her live performance and everything, I gave her like 2.5 out of 5. There's a punk band called Trash Boat on the side stage that came out after from St. Albans, UK. They're pretty amusing. They had some fun lyrics and entertaining riffs and stuff. And yeah, they definitely, you could tell they wanted to rock out and stuff. They had some pretty good energy and stuff too. So I'll give Trash Boat probably a 3.5 out of 5. Next was one of the main bands I wanted to see this day, and that was Airborne. They're a hard rock band from Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia. They're really fun, a lot of energy, big wall of amps and stuff. You can tell they definitely really wanted to play a good show. It was really hot that day too, and they killed it. So Airborne gets 4.5 out of 5 for me. Next up was a band called Point North. They're an alternative rock band from somewhere in the US. They're okay. Not really my thing, but they had some interesting like little groove riffs mixed in with their standard rock sound, and yeah, they were not too bad. So I give them probably a 2.5 out of 5. Next was the post-hardcore band Thursday from New Brunswick, New Jersey. These guys I weren't into at all. Not my thing. They're a little too chill for me, and I was expecting something a little different than what they did. But overall, they're meh. I give them probably like a 2 out of 5. They're pretty disappointing. After them was Mothica, which is an alternative rock band from Oklahoma City. They're amusing. Their vocalist has a weird, interesting style too, and I always saw like 1 or 2 songs by them, and they're okay. So I give them like 2.5 out of 5. Next is one of my favorite bands I played this day, and that's Thrice. This is my second time seeing them live, both in a both in a festival setting. They were punk, but they went more just standard rock now. From Irvine, California. They're always good. Had a lot of fun with them. They had a lot of energy, and I just wish they played a little longer. But overall, they definitely deserve a higher up slot. But what can you do? Yeah, Thrice was really good. Give them a 4 out of 5. Then Zell and Artie were playing pretty much at the same time. They're a Swiss avant-garde metal band from half of them are from Sweden, half of them are from the US. So it was interesting seeing them. And now this isn't really my thing, but these guys are blowing up in the metal underground. So, but for me, it was meh. It was okay, I guess. I'll give them like a 2.5 just for effort. Yeah. And then one of the popular metal or hardcore bands was Beartooth. They came on after on the main stage. They're from Columbus, Ohio. They always come out with tons of energy. This was like my 4th time seeing them live, and yeah, they're not too bad. They played their standard set and all their hits, so they're still good. A lot of the crowd loved it, so which gave them more energy and fun. So despite it being really hot, they definitely gave it their all, and I like that. So they get a 4 out of 5. Then on the side stage, there's a punk band called the Chats from Queensland, Australia. These guys were really funny and definitely had a good sense of humor and had fun, even though there wasn't very many people watching them. And yeah, they were still a decent band, I thought. And yeah, I'll give them a 3 out of 5. Now we're going to get into like the more bigger bands. First one was Theory of a Dead Man, a rock band from North Delta, British Columbia. Now I'm not huge into Theory of a Dead Man, and they were actually pretty heavy live. And they did have the odd catchy song or something. There's one about a cowboy or something like that, which is pretty cool. But overall, I only got to see like 20 minutes of their set because the band after that I'm going to talk about next was starting, and I really want to check them out. But the Uva Dead Man was all right, and they're better than I was expecting. So I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5. Then there's the hard rock post-hardcore band Enter Shikari, one of the other bands I really want to check out. These guys came out with tons of energy. They're from Hertfordshire, UK, and boy, they definitely, you tell they wanted to rock. They were disappointed that they could only play for a small amount of time. You see the energy in them pick up, and right when it was getting to that peak cutoff time, and it just got better until they had to cut the set. And yeah, you could tell the crowd was disappointed. Everyone's a lot of fun though. I'll give them a 4 out of 5 as well. Next was a big shock for me. Was a band called Youngblood. It's a rock dude from, I guess they're from Sweden and Norway, but he has like a British accent, I think. But I definitely like his style and the look of him. But his music seems pretty standard though. But overall, they're still entertaining and funny to watch. So I'll give Youngblood a 3 out of 5. Next up was the punk rap rock group from Newark, New Jersey. That's Ho 9909, or also pronounced as Horror. And yeah, so these guys are making a big splash in the music industry, doing some like weird, mixing punk and rap instead of metal and rap and stuff, and having a weird stage like setup. Like one guy was wearing football shoulder pads and stuff, and they had some good energy. Their songs were weird, but overall they're going places, and it's probably a good thing. And I know they've been getting on big tours. They've been opening for like Korn and stuff, so definitely can see some big stuff happening with these guys. So yeah, and they were pretty fun live, so I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5. Next up was the big Rock Titans Hailstorm from Red Lion, Pennsylvania, with the all good, gorgeous Izzy Hale fronting the band. This is my second time seeing them live, and I wasn't really into them the first time I saw them. This time, they definitely brought their A game, and they played a lot of good hard rock and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So, Hailstorm, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. They're pretty good. Next up was the supergroup from Chicago. They're a rock band called Ellis Dunes. They were okay, not really my thing though. I only got to see like 2 songs by them, so can't say much about them. But yeah, I give them like a 2 out of 5, I guess. And then one of the bigger bands that I really wanted to see, A Day to Remember, a punk rock band from Ocala, Florida. Heavy as hell. It's really way heavier than I was expecting them to play, and a lot of fun. The whole crowd was into it, and definitely worth the wait, and a lot of fun. They played for like an hour. Didn't feel like it, and oh, they were really good. They brought their A game, and definitely a lot of fun. So I'm gonna give them a 4.5 out of 5. Then on a side stage, there's the hip hop group City Morgue. Now these guys were surprising. They're from New York City. I only got to see like 2 songs by them because Papa Roach was on the other stage, and I had to run over there. But yeah, they had some pretty catchy lyrics though, and they definitely know how to pump up the crowd and stuff. It was definitely one of the better hip hop groups of the weekend at the festival. So I enjoyed them. I thought they were decent. So I'll give them a 3 out of 5. Then there was also on a side stage at the same time as Pop Roach's the Emo Night Tour. They're a rock collective group from the US. They weren't that good. They were just doing tribute songs and stuff and wasn't really my thing. So they played some like good Charlotte covers, which is amusing, but overall they weren't that great. I'll give them like a 2. Then we'll talk about the two big bands. Papa Roach, one of the really good bands. They're a new metal band technically from Vacaville, California, which apparently is just outside Sacramento. And they played for like an hour, and oh boy, did they bring their A game. Had a lot of fun. They brought a whole marching band on stage and a lot of energy. Definitely a really good set. So I'm gonna give them a 4.5 out of 5. And then the headliner was My Chemical Romance, an alternative rock band from Newark, New Jersey. I have to. A lot of people might not be huge into this, but this what I'm about to say. But I was not into it. Like, I don't mind the Black Parade album and stuff, but watching them live, I was bored stiff. Not my thing. Too depressing, too slow. Not really that great. I'm going to give them a 2 out of 5. I know a lot of people are probably going to hate that, but yeah, wasn't really what I was hoping for a closer. But still, got to see them live, cross them off the list. So yeah, too bad they're a little disappointing. So, but yeah, could have just been the night though. You never know. So, but that's day 3 of Aftershock. I'm gonna give the whole day a 3 out of 5. It was more of a slowed down momentum from the day before, but we still have one day left to talk about. So make sure you tune in for that one. If you want to check out any of the bands I talked about or see what they sound like, because you might be interested in them, it might sound like something you're interested in, I'll link them all down below. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram and TikTok. That's linked down below. I have pictures and videos from majority of the bands and stuff all on there, so make sure you check out that. And yeah, but that's it for this one. So make sure you support the bands you like, buy the music, buy the merch, go see them live, keep them around, keep live music around, and yeah, enjoy going and go to a show and enjoy it. So, but till the next one, which will probably be Aftershock Day 4, I'll see you then. So till then, rock on.